You're not as prepared as you think you are. And I don't mean that as an insult. I mean it as a warning. Because the most dangerous person in the backcountry isn't the beginner. It's the person who thinks they're prepared. I've been backpacking for over 30 years. I've done long trails, high elevation, hiked in storms, had navigation mistakes, and even had gear failure. And I can tell you something that might surprise you. The moments when I was closest to making bad decisions weren't when I lacked gear. They were when I felt confident. So let's see if you can change my mind. Now let me explain a little better. Most of us define preparedness like this: good gear, backup gear, research, fitness, and experience. And those things matter, but preparedness isn't what you carry. It's how you think when things start to go sideways. Here's what happens. You buy the right tent. You carry extra batteries. You have 2 fire starters. You carry a satellite device. And you packed a bigger first aid kit than you'll probably ever need. So now you feel safe. But safety isn't a feeling. Preparedness is decision-making under pressure. And pressure doesn't show up when everything's going right. It shows up when you're tired, you're cold, you're slightly dehydrated, you're embarrassed to turn around, or you don't want to admit you miscalculated. That's when your real preparedness shows up. Most backcountry incidents don't happen because someone forgot a lighter. They happen because I thought I could make it before dark. I didn't want to waste the day. I've done this before. Or I didn't want to look weak. That's ego. That's assumption. That's emotional decision making. And none of your gear fixes that. Let me give you a real example. There was a trip I did where I checked the weather before I headed out. It said that I was going to have sunny skies, no clouds, and no chances of rain. So I made a decision. I ended up leaving behind some of the rain gear that I would normally take out with me. No jacket, no backup tarp. I told myself, I checked the forecast, I'll be fine. And of course, it rained the entire trip. What was supposed to be 3 days turned into 2. Not because I was in danger, not because I needed rescue, but because I was miserable, wet, cold, stuck in my tent, just laying there listening to rain hit nylon for hours. And somewhere on that second day, I had to admit something. I wasn't prepared as I thought I was. Not because I didn't own the gear, but because I trusted the forecast more than I respected the mountain. Preparedness isn't just about reacting after the rain starts. It's about understanding the forecast and probabilities and realizing they're not promises. That trip wasn't dramatic. It was humbling. And honestly, that's sometimes some of the best lessons. Preparedness doesn't mean extra stuff, heavier pack, or more backups. Preparedness means knowing when to turn around, knowing your terrain, watching the weather shifts, conserving your energy early, and managing your ego. Being prepared means you don't need to prove anything. Being prepared means you don't panic. And being prepared means you think clearly when problems arise. And here's the crazy truth. The more experienced you get, the more dangerous overconfidence becomes. Because beginners are cautious, but the intermediate hiker, that's where risk starts to spike. That's where people end up pushing weather windows, extending their mileage, skipping checking the water reports, or just trusting tech too much. And I've done it. We all have. And that's why this matters so much. If you want to become more prepared, don't buy more gear. Practice knowing how to navigate without your phone, reading the terrain, estimating how much daylight you have left, managing your hydration, knowing when your decision checkpoints are, having some turnaround rules, and being able to say no to your ego. Preparedness is skill layered with humility, not gear layered with fear. Here's the part that's really hard for us to admit. Most of us don't want to feel underprepared, so we compensate with stuff. But preparedness doesn't come from your pack. It comes from your judgment. And judgment comes from experience and reflection, not accumulation. So when I say you're not as prepared as you think, I'm not attacking you. I'm just reminding you, preparedness isn't how heavy your pack is. It's about how light your ego is. And that's all something that we have to work on, including me. Can you change my mind? All right, so I genuinely want to know, what's a moment where you realized you weren't as prepared as you thought you were? Not a dramatic rescue story, just a humbling one. Put it in the comments below. And as always, guys, I hope this was beneficial to you, and hopefully I see you out on the trail.